Aloha my kako. What is going on, everyone? Pehe oi. What's happening? How you doing? How you feeling? A new dawn, a new time to rise up, to let the spirit soar. Yesterday, I made a video. Oh, by the way, mahalo to you guys who are first timers to this channel and you just kind of stumbled across this video. And also a big mahalo to those who have already taken time to subscribe to my channel. This is a little bit of a darker video, you know, lighter tones but darker lighting, it seems like. I am in the shade here because I didn't want to get too hot, trying to make a video in the direct sun. But you know what they say, the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice. So we gonna go with that, and we gonna have some sweet shit for us to digest today in today's dive into truth seeking. Now, let's see what's up here. Now, like I started to say yesterday, I did a video and it seemed very intense. It was very transmutational in a sense, because when I started it off, it was like spirit was just pushing me in front of the camera while I was receiving these clairsentient downloads of very strong, heavy, pressurizing emotions of anxiety and frustrations, possibly for some of you. I was just feeling like, damn, collectively feeling it. Like it was an anticipatory type of feeling. So it was a lot. And I wanted to share that with you guys, but it's like these tides and these flows, mahalo nui, are just changing our directions each and every single moment, every single motherfucking hour, every single day. So today is a new day, and I'm definitely not feeling those burdens as strongly, but I do have to say it was heart and solar sacral chakra related, and also stemming, I was feeling a lot with the throat and third eye. So for those of you who have been feeling a little out of whack in those areas, especially being able to speak, like this just tightening up because your heart is so pressured with emotion and heartbreak or frustration, or those bassier tuned or toned vibrations, it was sitting in your gut. Like you were feeling a tightness in your stomach, or like, I wasn't feeling nausea for any of you, but I was definitely feeling the adrenaline rushes kind of centralized in this area. So like I said, today's a new day. The energy has shifted. Yesterday was raining, so it definitely reflected the emotional downloads that I was receiving. And today is a beautiful morning. And so this is reflective of the energy that has shifted from what was to what is. And now let's see what is to come. So let's get a Earth Alchemy Oracle and see what the vibes are starting off this video. Let's see what the tunes are sounding like in collective frequency this morning. I'm so glad that the spot I'm at is pretty secluded. I came here and there was like nobody. It's kind of how I like it, but there's been a couple cars that showed up and some random people walking around, but you know, it's a beautiful day. Watching everybody head to work and school and wherever they got to go, whatever they got to do, let's send the message out. Diamond Heartseed Crystal, Golden Age Wisdom. This is about your DNA activation, Lemuria, Priestess Awakening. Hopefully you guys can see this okay. I know the lighting isn't the best, and I don't have a portable charger for my ring light, so it is what it is. But if I get it up close, hopefully it's okay enough. But yeah, this is our Golden Age Wisdom. So this is those dawns that arise where we are really coming into or blossoming into a new frequency. We are elevating our vibrations starting internally. So when I was talking about like feeling it in the gut area, the solar plexus and the sacral regions, it's like this area right here has been under attack. Maybe you have not been eating the best of foods. Maybe you haven't been hydrating, pushing out the toxins. I was actually standing by the water a little bit ago with my son, and I noticed that the waters on the side of the river are really still, but they've collected the most stagnation and debris. And then as you look further out into, did I say ocean? The river. But anyway, as you look further out, there's like the water is showing ripples and currents due to the waters that's coming from the ocean flowing into this river source. So as those movements start to push towards the shore where the water is still and stagnant, it starts to push, churn, and draw out the toxins, draw out the stagnation. But what I was reflecting on was the fact that I always say, be still, be calm. But it really made me think you have to really be discerning of when is the time to be still or to be calm, because stillness breeds that stagnation. And there are times and there are places where movement is very much encouraged or needed, necessary, to push the things that you've let or allowed to sit within certain areas of your kino, of your body. You know, normally this lighting would be pissing me the fuck off because obviously it's not optimal brightness, but it's kind of like, you know, we in the shadows, we about to emerge out to the light. My son just loves to throw around my kombucha like this shit ain't gonna bubble up, but it's all good. Gives it an extra fizz. Gut health, probiotics. All right, so the cards we got, again, DNA activation. So be mindful of the foods that you put in your body. How are they vibrating on a cellular level? When you eat a lot of meats, you eat a lot of dairy or animal products. As you can hear from my son coughing, someone likes to indulge him with ice creams and stuff like that, and then that breeds mucus, which is what our body uses as a defense. But when there's an excess, it's kind of like it causes that congestion. It's a sign of sickness or dis-ease. So pay attention to the people around you. You know, with my kids in general, like, I really don't like when they get sick. I don't know if anybody really enjoys being sick, but it's a sign to take care of your body, to create that flow, to create that movement, to push out the stuff that's been sticking and stuck like mucus in our bodies. So here's the wisdom flowing through. Drink your motherfucking water. Eat idle foods, because it vibrates on a higher frequency than foods that have been slaughtered and then cooked up. The cooking process does strip a lot of nutrients, and depending on how you know, if you be frying and shit and going the extra with butters and sauces and just, you know, all of that, like, sometimes your body just needs clean, just needs simple, but like it creates movement and flow, and that's what we need. And the second card that we got, wow, Presley Bluestone. This is about a pilgrimage, speaking to our earth sign. Maybe that's why I was focusing a lot on the water energy, but now we have earth. What are you replenishing? Okay, so we know we got to push out the toxins, the stagnations, the things that's kind of collected and pooled in our systems. So what are the nutrients that we're going to put back? What are the things we're going to pick from earth? The herbs and the spices and the medicinal aspects that we are going to obtain from earth. This is, I know it says pilgrimage, but that's the journey. The journey is discovering the things that we need to put or place within the spaces of our deepest sacred holdings. It's that journey within, it's that journey without, it's that journey before, and it's the journey beyond us. It's this overall spiritual journey that we are trying to heal, or we are reconnecting with. So, interesting. I felt a little bit like a ramble, but it is what it is. That's what needed to be spoken. So mahalo for tuning in again, especially if you are a returning subscriber. I appreciate you. All right, so I took a small little intercession, a small break, because I was tending to my youngest who's with me. And now that I've had about 15 minutes and I forget everything that I just said, well, I don't really forget. The message was meant to be as it was delivered, but I feel like, again, those waters are shifting, those waters are moving, and we're going in yet another direction. So I was sitting here and I kept hearing secret admirer, lover. Yesterday it was rainy. It was, you know, very symbolic of the mood of collective. And today it's sunny, like I said, and it's a beautiful day. So optimism, positivity, encouragement. No matter what pain you may have experienced in the past hours of the last day, today's a new dawn, and we are on a new rise, and we have to just keep it motherfucking moving. And so that's the energy. And as I was hearing secret admirer, my Kumu cards spoke to me. So I want to see who the fuck, because yesterday was very interesting. I did have someone stop and make a comment out their truck window that I usually don't get. It was interesting, but Secret admirers, you're going to have a lot of people really just flowing to your vibe, your frequency. It's because you've been dropping, releasing those burdens, those heavinesses prior, in the past days or weeks or months or years. To collective, however this resonates with you, there's definitely been a progression, a pilgrimage, like we got to this point, to this presence now. And now we want to move forward. We don't want to be just still and silent on the issue. We're coming out expressive, explosive for some of you. And as we do, those flares and those sparks that are coming off of you, not in anger, but in like newfound purpose, newfound self-worth and love and care. Now that those sparks are flying off, like when a sword hits a rock, we are drawing in attention, you know, a lot of the times unexpectedly or unintentionally. So these Kumu cards are more like vocabulary cards. Can't really see, they're all mixed up, but like Kalamai for the background chatter. But they're more like symbolic imagery, like vocabulary cards for young children to learn more words, Maka'olelo Hawai'i, in the Hawaiian language. So I use them for that, but in readings, they're more like, it's like painting a very specific art piece or like a specific image, reality. So these give a little bit more like the imagery effect. All right, so Secret Admirer, let's just get into it. Who is this person? We have Manu. Clarity on the Manu. I'm seeing very regal. There are a lot of birds that went extinct here on the islands, unfortunately, due to a lot of different environmental and developmental factors. So, but also the hulu from certain Manu or certain certain birds was used by Ali'i and Mo'i, the royals, for some of their more regal and for some of their more predominant wear or attire. Some had like lepo'o made from hulu, or le'a'i, or like they would have the cloaks. So this person could be very like royal, regal, king-like in stature or character. We also got paniolo and mau'u, grass. Strong roots I'm seeing, like a tough grass. One that grows no matter what. You're not going to see patches and weak points. This person could have been a cowboy or his country has very strong country roots. Grass roots, yeah, that's what I'm hearing. Grass roots, so they're very earth country boy. For us Hawaiians, that means one thing. For you continental people, when I say country or grassroots, you're going to have a different imagery. But for us here on the islands, that's your paniolo, that's your country boys. That's the one that hunts, that horseback ride, that do the rodeo and everything. So if that speaks to you, if that resonates, then let it be. If it doesn't, then let it go. But let's continue. The Secret Admirer. He'e, that could be their ohana or their families. Aumakua, they could have mo'olelo or stories along their genealogies or along their histories that may have spoken of the he'e. Octopus. Or it could have been, for anyone that isn't as familiar with more of the mo'olelo o Hawai'i. All right, sorry, interruptions, but yeah, so for those of you who live in other parts of the world or live on the continent, the North American continent, maybe you grew up with an interest about octopus or about he'e, or had dreams, or the person that is admiring you is your secret admirer. They could take an interest in the ocean or certain sea creatures. All right, that was a longer explanation that I needed to make, but let's continue. So more about this secret admirer, or this royal energy. What's the vibe with this royal? Royal eyes. Maybe there's something about the color of their eyes, or there's just like, you look into their souls pretty deeply and you can see the nature, the goddess, the god, king, queen type of vibe. There's a very regal, divine energy about them, and you see it in their eyes. They have very mesmerizing eyes. Okay, this fell right on the Maka card. Pulumi. Pulumi is broom. Pulumi is broom, but I'm seeing it in reverse as they're not one to be pushed around. You cannot push them around like a broom, yeah. Just doing whatever you like and however you control them. They're not pushovers, is what I'm hearing. So very strong, very regal in their nature. They're very straightforward with their looks, with their expressions, with their eyes. What you see is what you get. They're not a pushover. See how these cards can speak just as well as any other card. It's not the card, it's the message. And the message will come out as it is meant. Mahalo. Oops. Mahalo. Pa'akai. Pa'akai is salt. So they definitely add a little flavor to a relationship. But this person is, let's see. Ke'o ke'o. White salt. White salt. Something with white salt with them. They could be very salty, but I don't want to say that. I don't feel like that's the vibe. So of course I had to look into the symbolism, and I already know that salt is used in many cultures as a form of protection and purification and kind of cleansing out our sacred spaces. But it was interesting that I did see it can also refer to loyalty, fidelity, durability, value. So this could be indicative of the type of character that this person possesses, who is in admiration of you. I feel almost ocean vibes too, like when they get out of the ocean, they got that like film of salt on their skin. I'm seeing brown skin too. Or they could be, this person could be very, because I'm seeing palaoa, bread, palaoa. Yeah, this person might be taken as, like if they're from here and they're local, they might be taken as someone salty, someone light skinned. The ke'o ke'o is white, pa'akai is salt, so it's like white salt, bread, you know. All right, so at the time that I was recording this, I was struggling to discern what the bread symbolism could possibly mean, and I was hearing a lot of like Wonder Bread, Caucasian, so maybe something dealing with their actual descent. But since I had just seen brown skin, it didn't make sense. So I looked up bread symbolism, and as it indicates here, bread is also a gift from God. But it overall symbolizes the word of God, which nourishes the crowd. So maybe this person, the secret admirer, is very strong in his or her, or his faith. I'm seeing divine masculine and spirituality. But also bread symbolizes luck, stability, sustainability, nourishment, maybe wealth. So maybe this person is very financially secure or self-sustainable and can provide the type of life that both of you would desire. But let's look a little bit more into the reading to see what else about this person needs to be looked at. We have penny color. Sorry it's getting darker, you guys. It feels like it's afternoon, but I just really am sitting in a shaded area and the sun is hidden behind some clouds, so it definitely darkened up a bit. Halamai. But we have penny color in reverse. So let me see what's the clarity on penny color in reverse. What is this speaking on? What are these cards inferring about this secret admirer? Really? It's like, I don't know, it's weird. It's like, okay, I know it might sound weird, but what I'm hearing is they're not ready to be on bended knee for you. Their story, their history, their future story to be written, it's not willing to be on bended knee. With the reverse, I'm seeing more of the opposite of positive. And yeah, maybe that's because they don't know where they come. They don't know where they come from. This is Ahupua'a. Ahupua'a is like a land division area. So when I think of Ahupua'a, I'm like, okay, that's where you're from. You know where you're from. You know where your people stay, where your ohana is from. And you know your kuleana for this Ahupua'a. You know your responsibility to take care of the aina, the land. But in reverse, I'm seeing maybe this person is still learning their roots. They're not ready to commit fully, even as a secret admirer. Like, they're really intrigued by you, but they're still learning themselves. Pua'a. Again, I said cowboy, this royal regal energy, cowboy, country boy energy. Maybe they are surrounded by like wildlife, livestock, pigs, cattle, horses. We have rest. They're in need of rest right now. All right, so they need to replenish, they need to restore, they need to renew their regal nature. I'm also hearing, like, with this card, Moena, like bed, I'm feeling like, yeah, they're in need of rest, but I feel like you bring them that peace, that I'm able to restore myself. Let's see more about this person. Divine is really funny because out popped both of these up, facing upright in this order. I'm literally seeing banana head. That's what banana, maia, and po'o, banana head. So they could be, you know, in terms of not ready to be on bended knee and commitment, they can be a little bit of a banana head about who you are. Like, missed opportunity is what I'm hearing. Like, they're again, secret admirer would be someone that's looking at you, admiring you from afar. They're not ready to approach, but Divine is literally calling them banana head because Let's see. First off, what are they afraid of in approaching? Ooh, okay. That's interesting. Mele Mele came out. Yellow. They're afraid of, and then we have Moku. Moku is boat, but in reverse. I'm seeing like they're afraid of really like taking you on the journey with them. They're afraid of stealing your sunshine, your happiness, your light. They're like, this came out first actually. No. So like they see you as happiness, as joy, as contentment, as their light. But the journey that they are on sometimes has rough waters, or it comes with a lot of responsibilities, what I'm hearing. Don't know why, but that's what I'm getting off of that card. And then we have Pa, Palai, Pan. You know, it's a whole ordeal. It's a whole kuleana, responsibility to tend to this, nurture this. So what are you cooking in the kitchen? What are you feeding to each other? What life? Oof. Wait, a card fell out. Oh, right on top, the paniolo. Yeah. Time to go to the ocean, go to the water sources, replenish, fill up the cups. This is your emotions, emotional connectivity. Kaihohonu is the reef, coral reef. But there's so much life on that coral reef, sustained, you know, by anemones and corals and all the little planktons and fish, i'a and everything. Your emotions will be fulfilled, connected. Yeah, with the i'a. So what are you cooking? I also see pescatarian vibes. Pescatarian, ocean life, you know, some of the life that does sustain you, aside from clean or idle, is fish, is sea life, seafood. All right, let's see a little bit more about this person. Okay, Maku'e. This person is brown skin, brown boy, Hawaiian, person of color. Oh, this one. Oh, we got two. Ahina Hina and Elua. Ahina Hina. I'm seeing the moon vibes. The space between black and white is gray. The balance between, you know, you blend well in the perfect shade, like the moon. You will come together. During a very important phase of the moon. Helicopter. And we have Akala. I gotta look up the symbolism for pink, or the aura vibe, aura color for pink. But it came in reverse. I'm seeing like love, patience, kindness, compassion, empathy in this tone. Why is there a lack? And there was the O card, fork. That's really interesting. Let me just quote. Oh wow. Ole. Okay. Wow, this is weird coming out like this. So we have pink, we have fork, we have ole, zero in reverse. So the love, the compassion, the empathy might not be there. And I was wondering why the fork, why the o? Because what are we eating? We don't have the love, the compassion. We've stripped that from the foods that we're eating. Ole, no, or zero. Not no, but it's like ole is no, but ole is zero. In reverse, I'm saying, yeah, ole. Ole to what? And this is what came out. Pipi is cow. Pony is purple. So I'm seeing your heart, your royal heart, that royal color. We're aole, we're not killing anymore. So this person has changed their tune, or is changing their tune. Again, I said paniolo, cowboy, grassroots, country boy. But it's like you're coming around and you're the complete opposite, and maybe you're actually encouraging this person, if anything, eat more fish, become a pescatarian until you can really learn to say no to eating the pink meat. Yeah, death from killing. You know, learn to say no about killing and drawing your energy from that source. You know, change your heart tune, your heart space, your heart color. I gotta look up the symbolism for the, what would that be? Purple aura or violet aura. So this is a very interesting read. So this person is definitely admiring you from afar. They're not ready to really like commit to you because they recognize that there's things that they have to heal. flush out of their system before they can really like commit their story to being in unison with yours and getting down on bended knee and really showing themselves in an honest nature. You know, there's a couple of things that they don't know, like where they're from. Again, with the humorous banana head. But honestly, you are their rest. Like we got the Moana card, which was the bed. You are their peace of mind. You are their rest. They're able to come to you and relax. You show them, oh yes. What did we get? For them, for the secret admirer, we got the Maka card. And I said there's something like royal regal. You're able to see them for who they truly are, and they appreciate that because a lot of people don't. They're just kind of intimidated by them. Oh, the wind is picking up. But yeah, they feel like you see them, you hear them, you see right through them. And they love that about you, and that is why they want union under the right moon phases though. But it's like you open their eyes to a lot of things. Look, not to cook the pig, cook the cow, not know, you know, not know your roots or where you come from or what you are meant to do, because sometimes we're all from the same peoples, the same tribes, but we live off of different standards, and our journey is to really unite with those of this walking the same purpose, and even those that are not, to not be in conflict and hostility, pettiness with one another. Yeah, so I'm gonna just pull a really quick, these aren't even okay, I'll get a Gaia card because I feel like this video went on super long and it didn't need to be, but I'm just taking my time. So anyway, let's get a Gaia card. As you can see, the sun's returned a bit. So even when the shades come, trying to draw your eyes closed, the truth from being seen, it's time to open up the blinds, open up the windows, get out, see the beauty of the lesson, see the beauty of your purpose, see how your energy affects others, see how they react, see how you react. Like, it's all a vibe, it's all a frequency. What frequency are you operating on? So let's get a Gaia card, final card of truth. Wow, yes. So the secret admirer and you are definitely heading in a positive direction of union, but unifying your complete self. Wow. And the emotions of the lovers, the emotions of the Two of Cups, that infinity symbol. This is the core, the center of the emotions burgeoning, that light flowing between the both of you. Look at that card. The love, the union between the divine, masculine and feminine energies. Alignment with your soulmate is what I'm seeing. So whoever this reading is for, good things on the horizon. Hopefully you resonate with it, you affirm it, manifest it, paint what it is that you want, the reality that you want for your life, and all else will fall into place. And right on top, literally on my Earth Alchemy deck, before I close this up, the Womb Healing card. Garnet and Lady's Mantle. So garnet is my birthstone. So this is your sexual power and sovereignty that you are cultivating, that you are healing. So this is the earth energy, really tuning in, earth and water vibes. All right, if you receive this message and have felt in the slightest empowered, enlightened, relaxed, calmed, relieved, de-stressed, dispelled about it, then go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you are compelled to, and I will see you in my next video with love, light, and always aloha. Mahalo for tuning in.